Hello, my name is Autumn Fisher. I am from Dover, Delaware. I have been in education for 4 years as a paraprofessional. Recently, I have decided to take my career to the next step and pursue my degree in secondary education. Secondary education is middle school and high school mainly. I've been a para for third grade, fifth and sixth grade, and then recently eighth grade. And between the various grades I've taught and assisted in, I feel like eighth grade was my most favorite. I can relate to them a little bit more. When it comes to the eighth graders, that's like the age where they're finding themselves and they're becoming young adults right before high school. So I feel like that age is so essential to who you are. So I love being a part of that step in their journey of, teenage and adulthood. Um, there are many dispositions when it comes to being a successful teacher. A few of them that stick out to me are diversity of others, um, ad- advocacy, and compassion. I group those two together because I feel like they relate a lot to each other. And professional conduct. Um, those three stick out to me the most because I'm a firm believer in, you have to have a voice for yourself. And when it comes to the youth, sometimes they don't have a voice for themselves. So I would like to be their voice when they have no voice of their own. So that means advocating for them by any means. That means speaking out when you know that they're right and some people may be wrong. It's just a lot that entails with advocating for the youth. It means going in depth and learning them and seeing their sides of things, because as adults we always think that they're right, because they're children. Sometimes we don't think that, well, maybe this person, maybe she could be right, or maybe she does have a point. So I feel like advocating for the youth is very, very, very crucial, especially with today's society. And that goes along with, compassion as well. Having compassion, having empathy, having a heart for, others. And being in education taught me how to love kids that were not mine. And I feel like with having that trait, I'm going to succeed because, I just grew up, being around family and my own kids and my own friends. But when I got into the education system, I'm like, wow, these kids, it they're great. They're great. It's great to be around them. They show you a side of you that you really have never known. And then the last one would be diversity of others. And with diversity of others, that's just knowing people's, their backgrounds, their nationalities, their beliefs, everything that coincides with, like who they are, knowing that everybody learns differently. Some people learn slower than others. Just knowing everybody's specific needs is very, very important, and I feel like I've gotten that. So I know the importance of having small groups or having intervention groups, or having gate classes, which is like the class for the kids that are a little bit smarter than the other kids. Just knowing the diversity of everybody, and everybody's needs and everybody's nationalities, everybody's religion is so essential, because you don't ever want anybody to feel left out. But just professional conduct, that's the last one. With professional conduct, I feel like it's important to carry yourself so that way, people know how to carry you. People know who you are, and just being professional in all, so that way your kids have something to look up to. A few things that I need to work on is curiosity and reflection. I think curiosity and reflection is because I feel like curiosity means like not wanting to learn more. We get so comfortable with like the knowledge that we already have that we kind of forget that there's always room to be curious and want to learn more. I could definitely work on that a lot more. And some professional qualities that people should display, I would say um, just having integrity, having empathy, being competent, knowing, what you're teaching, and a growth mindset, meaning being able to adapt to, your environment, to your kids' needs, and being willing to learn more and grow more. And being able to communicate, whether it be with your admin, your peers, the children, their families, just being able to communicate properly is so important to your educational journey, because a lot of times we lack that, and the kids are the only ones that feel the the void from not being able to communicate properly. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope you like it. Have a great day.